Jenkins, and welcome to an all new episode of Projectized, my project management show. So, I would like to welcome all live and replay viewers to my show. My name is Carla R. Jenkins. I am a certified project management professional, certified Scrum, and IDLE with over 12 years of experience in project management. And in this video, I'm going to discuss why stakeholder communications is critical to your project success. So you heard the phrase before that 90% of a project manager's job is communication. Well, that's true, but you have all types of communication. So you have meetings, you have emails, you have site visits, you have all of that. But I want to harp on it and focus on the most important: stakeholder communication. So the definition of a stakeholder is any person or entity that can positively or negatively affect your project. And when you're studying project management, what they don't tell you is that the stakeholders hold the key to your project success. So the stakeholders determine whether or not you get the resources, the people, the budget, the time, anything that you want as a project manager. The stakeholders can either approve or disapprove of it. Oftentimes we look at stakeholders like your management, the client, but also you as a project manager and your project team are stakeholders. Other stakeholders can be regulatory or the government. It can be industry. It can also be your customers outside of the company. So the reason why I wanted to come on here and stress about stakeholder communication is because oftentimes when people study for project management certification, they don't focus on what type of communication is the most important. So for that, you just have to talk about, stakeholder communication is just imperative. So I'm going to give you an example of communicating with stakeholders. So say, for instance, you are doing cell phones and you get shipment from China, and your shipment, something happens, a political event in China happens, and so you can't get your shipment. Well, from that particular vendor. So if you know somebody, or this in the United States, if you were to go to your Chamber of Commerce, if you were to go to a World Trade Center or the U.S. Trade Representative, or if you had a connect in the U.S. Commerce Department, then you would be able to find another vendor. You also have trade and commerce and custom brokers that you could go through. But my point is that stakeholders aren't just the people that you see on a daily basis. Stakeholders, it can be political, it can be outside your countries that are stakeholders. Remember, like I said, the definition of stakeholder is anybody or any entity that can positively or negatively affect your project. Therefore, if you're doing cell phones and you have to bring in your shipment, your materials from China, and a political event, which is the government or some type of actor, disrupt your distribution, then as a project manager and as a company, you have to find an alternative vendor to distribute that. Now, once again, what I will recommend is that as a stakeholder, as a company, always have contingency plans. So if you have a contingency plan or a backup plan, you can have ulterior things. But that's also something you would put in the project management, and also what you would put in procurement management, which is the sub plan that deals with contracts. But I just wanted to use that example because stakeholder communication is ultimately the most important communication type as a project manager. So yes, as I mentioned before, 90% of my job as a certified project manager is communication. But I want to highlight that the stakeholder communication is the most important communication that you will have for your whole entire project. And then finally, a little tip. Please know what type of communication he or she favors. Do they favor face-to-face, on the phone, via Skype, email. Knowing the communication method really makes it personable and increases your project success. So this is this episode of Projectized. My name is Carla R. Jenkins, certified project management professional, certified Scrum and Idle, with over 12 years of experience in project management. You can find me and subscribe here at Carla R. Jenkins. That's my universal social media handle. Moreover, you can get in touch and email me at info@carlarjenkins.com and carlarjenkins.com. So I would like to thank everyone, both live and replay viewers, for watching this episode of Projectized. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you in the next live stream video. Goodbye.